everybody, this is Maribelle and I am coming to you with a 4-video series on how to get started scrapbooking. So in this first video we're going to talk about the different sizes of albums and the purpose of why you're scrapbooking. So what exactly is scrapbooking? Scrapbooking is when you are preserving your memories in a more creative way. So instead of just keeping them on your phone or putting them in some magnetic album and that's it, in scrapbooking you are adding your photos to colored paper or cardstock, adding stickers and some type of embellishments and journaling. So that's what scrapbooking is. Scrapbooks or albums come in a variety of different sizes. So this one here is a 8.5 by 11 and a 10 by 10. So these are usually the most common small ones. Usually people will choose a smaller album when they are scrapbooking some specific event or have few photos of something, or when their purpose of scrapbooking is concentrated. So for example, this album here is of my baby shower for my son. So it was only thing went in here are photos from that one event. So I wanted to be able to document, the decorations, who was at the party, what the gifts were, what the mommy advice was. So I knew I didn't need a large album to be able to preserve those that event. This one is a 10 by 10, and again, I didn't have a lot of photos. I only wanted my concentration was on my son's first year of life, and I wanted to record each month. So I took one picture a month, and then I wanted to be able to see each month how he grew. So the weight and the height and any milestones. So I knew I was only going to have 12 photos, so I don't need a large album for that. So you'll see each page only has one album. One photo, some embellishments, and some journaling. So when you're doing something like this, when your intent for doing the album is very concentrated, or you don't have a lot of photos, then you want to do the smaller albums. A lot of times when people give gifts, like to a mother-in-law or to grandma, or maybe someone's birthday or something like that, then you want to do a smaller size. Most people do smaller sizes. Now if you have more photos, you can think about doing an 8.5 by 11 or a 12 by 12. Now I will tell you that the 12 by 12 album is the most common. 8.5 by 11, when I started scrapbooking, about 13 years ago, it wasn't unusual to be scrapbooking 8.5 by 11. I found it good on my wallet, so good for my budget to scrapbook this way. It was cardstock. I didn't have a whole lot of embellishments. I was fresh out of college and didn't have a lot of money. So I bought my sheet protectors. They weren't even scrapbook, the ones you buy from the scrapbook stores. They were just regular office ones, or ones that you buy from Walmart, because they fit the size of a regular sheet of paper. And then just cardstock and the photo. So this might be a good idea for someone who's just starting to scrapbook, who just wants to try it out. Because you only really need cardstock and photos and some adhesive. I will tell you that Most people nowadays scrapbook in 12 by 12. So in this format, 12 by 12. If you go on Pinterest and you see the scrapbook pages, or you go to Michael's or Joann's or Hobby Lobby's, and the pattern paper is usually 12 by 12. That doesn't mean, though, that you can't cut it down to your 8.5 by 11. But 12 by 12 is the most common size. Now, and also the advantage for 12 by 12 is that there's more room. So you can put more photos in there. And there's more space to design. Okay? So albums usually come in post-bound. So the pages are put together by or they're tied together by some screws. So you see the screws? So these albums, when you buy a post-bound albums, come with 10 sheets and 10 sheet protectors. However, if you want to have more than 10 pages in your album, then you'll need to buy a refill. You will need to unscrew this and put it back together. So, you know, if you want more than the 10 sheets that it comes with. I personally prefer the 3-ring binder style because I don't like having to unscrew the post bound and put it back together. I have some difficulty with that for some reason. When I put it back together, it never lays the way I want it to. Now, the advantage of the 3-ring binder is it works just like a regular binder. Pops open, pops close, nothing to unscrew, and you can add as many sheets in there as you want. The disadvantage is it doesn't usually on most albums do not come with any sheet protectors. You'll have to buy those separately. Now the price for the 12 by 12 albums can run you anywhere from about $25 to about $35. Well, at least that's where I buy from. I tend to, I want good quality, but I'm not going to spend, I usually don't spend any more than $35 on an album. I'm not going to tell you a specific brand to buy because I buy what's on sale or where I have a coupon too. But you can buy albums from Walmart, Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, Scrapbook.com. It really, I mean, it doesn't matter where you buy it, but you will have to give it some thought. You know, do you want to do a smaller size album or a larger album? Do you want to unscrew it like on the post bound? Or do you want to have a 3-ring binder where you just pop it open and put your sleeve in? So I hope this was helpful in getting you started scrapbooking. Please come back and watch video 2 on the supplies that you'll need to get started scrapbooking. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe.